Okay, now looking back in 2024,
Okay.
another thing. Which athlete made the biggest impact on their sport? Now, I have a few that I have wrote down.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark has brought more eyes to the WNBA. Not only did her thing against LSU and whatnot at Iowa in the NCAA tournament, she immediately goes into the WNBA and changes everything. People are watching everywhere. Every place she played on the road sold out. So she, to me, would be at the top of the list. I think what she did. Now, I know Angel Reese, I know there's others, and it does help to have a rival, but Caitlin Clark is the person. She to me, has changed everything, and good for girls' sports. They were starting to go on the rise, and Kobe was helping put some things, attention there, and then he passed away, and they thought, oh, no, what's going to happen? But good on Caitlin Clark. She's done awesome. Also, Otani doing what Otani does is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he's impressive.
I think whether people realize it or not, though, I think a lot of the current players in the WNBA played a lot into the story that became Caitlin Clark. And I don't know if they meant to, but they definitely increased the...
They did. The way they treated her.
Yes.
Yes. She definitely had treatment that nobody else gets.
Yeah, but it helped.
It did.
Helped the storyline that
It did.
everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could see they're jealous of her. That's what it was. They can try to say, we're initiating you. They didn't do that to other people. She got extra, and they're jealous. But, man, she's bringing on things to where they travel differently. The money is there. The crowds are there. I mean, she did a lot. And the NBA is struggling so much. So you've got Curry, you've got Luka, you've got LeBron, you've got all these people. But there's nobody that can compete on what she's done for her sport.
Yeah.
You got Mahomes, obviously, is a big deal. Biles in gymnastics, for a period of time, did bring a lot to the sport. And I think she would be up there in the aspect of she went through something that mentally was very difficult, and it was a challenge. And to see somebody overcome that was inspiring to everybody.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But
I think the thing about all of these, though, is there's a lot of eyes on all these sports except for the WNBA, and it really brought a lot of eyes to it.
It did.
The one thing, the question, looking back at 24, who had the greatest impact or athlete in their sport?
Yeah.
If you're looking at the fan side of things, I think it's Caitlin Clark and what she's doing with the WNBA. But if you're looking at the sport itself, I actually would love to give a shout out to Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, because they have actually changed their sport in a manner where
running backs matter.
Running backs matter again.
Yeah.
And we've seen in the last 10 years a trend where running backs are getting paid less and less on their second contracts because they're not lasting. And you now have running backs like Derrick Henry, who's in his 30s, Saquon Barkley on a second contract, and Josh Jacobs on a second contract, who are performing at a high elite level with new football teams.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you it is going to make a huge impact in this next free agency period.
You got coming in.
Yep.
He's going to be drafted high.
Kids getting drafted that are running backs and free agent running backs this next year.
They might get paid.
They're going to get paid. And they're going to get paid a lot more than what we've seen in the past because of the performance these running backs are having this year.
Yeah. Been a lot of good things happening. One more thing I just want to say on Caitlin Clark to kind of put in perspective. The NBA over the last 10 years is down 50%, right? Which has killed the sport because of their own decisions. So I've said it before. But you know what she did when she came into the league? WNBA improved by 50%, 48%.
Wow.
And she is definitely the spotlight of that. So good for her. That's the award I would give to Caitlin Clark for making the biggest impact in any sport. That's awesome. And for myself as dad that coached 2 daughters in basketball, I love girls basketball.
Yeah.
And so that is awesome.